Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening. So, my topic today is the realization of oneness. This is the end of searching. I do feel that way, the end of searching. So, I just deep seek this topic of realization of oneness. I will read for you. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So, the AI or DeepSeek can conclude in such a beautiful, beautiful way. Here is the words from the DeepSeek, a realization of oneness or non-duality. So this realization of oneness or non-duality is not merely an intellectual concept, but a profound shift in perception and identity. It is the direct apprehension that what we experience as separate self and other, observer and observed, inner and outer, is in fact a single seamless reality. Now, so all these words are pointing to the absolute reality, the Brahman, the Tao, the Dhammakaya, the God. You know, we in different culture, in different religion, we use different words to label it. As human being, we need words to label things, right? We have to tell a red, round fruit we call apple. We need apple to label that shape, that size, that kind of fruit. But to talk about absolute, words are very, very much limited. So there's no inner and outer, there's no observer and observed, there's no separation between the self and the other. That's the realization of oneness. And here's go on. It goes on like first, the core insight, no separation. The moment you open your eyes, you are one already. Actually, before the moment you open your eyes, in the morning, it is one, always one. But if not awakened, so you see the world as me and the other, inner and outer, observer and observed, right? So there's a separation, or we can say the object and the subject. The subject and object, yes. So there's no solid, independent me here, and the world out there. That's the basic illusion. That's the basic illusion, which causes suffering. So oneness says that there's no solid, independent me here, and the world out there. It's like a tree cannot grow without sunlight, earth, minerals, birds, insects, water, and so on. So a tree cannot be independent there without all the factors I mentioned. So the body here, cannot is not independent without all the environment, society, family. So the whole world, you and me are one. And consciousness is not in you. You are in consciousness. Actually, I would prefer to say you are the consciousness in which your world, your body, your mind, me and the world, observer and observed, inner, outer, are manifesting now in every moment. Consciousness is not in you. You are the consciousness. You are the field in which all the particles, waves, manifests as form, name, objects, family, society, and the whole world. Awareness is the fundamental field in which both the sense of me and perception of the world appear. Actually, it's very true according to our life experience. The moment you open your eyes, oh, there's me, the dawn is here, the world, the family, the room, my job, and so on. Uh, Actually, all the body, the mind, the job, the family, the society, are the contents of my awareness. Once I'm aware of something, then that's the fundamental illusion that you separate awareness from the contents of awareness. Do you follow? It's really, really important. You can say it's a concept, it's a principle, but it's a realization. All the contents you can see now in your room, in my image in your computer, cell phone, is in the awareness itself. No awareness, no contents of awareness. So contents awareness and awareness itself is one. Or the subject and object, observer and observed, inner and outer, is always one. Actually, is always one. Everything is an expression of a single intelligent, aware reality. Wow, so beautiful. We call it Brahman, Tao, we call it Dharmakaya in Buddhism, we call it God in Christianity, or simply like a more neutral word is awareness or consciousness. All forms, people, trees, thoughts, emotions are temporary patterns within this one substance. Substance. It's so beautiful. And this substance, the Brahman, the God, is manifesting in every form as human being, as a bird, as a fish in the ocean, as a bird in the sky, as an insect underneath the earth. It's everywhere. The God presence is everywhere in all kinds of forms. And that's the first point, no separation or oneness or non-duality. And the second is what it is not. So if you really want to describe something, first of all, you say what it is, right? Then second is what it is not. So the AI, the DeepSeek is really smart. So the second point is describe what it is not. It is not a belief or philosophy. It could be a belief and a philosophy, but at this point, it is direct experience, a knowing. You just know it. It's a direct experience. It's so beautiful. And it is not the merging of two things. No, that will still imply duality. It is the recognition that there were never two things to begin with. There never been two things. Wow. From the beginningless time. So time is just an illusion again here. There were never two things. It's always one thing, non-dual. The separation between A and B is an illusion. So awakening is to, bring the subject and object, observer and observed, inner and outer, into one. It is always one. And once you experience this, It is so true. That's it's unshakable realization. Anyways, my experience is so unshakable truth now for me. And 6 years ago, I showed in a video what is Satori in Zen Buddhism. So the first time you realize the absolute truth is we call Satori, the first time enlightenment. It may be last seconds or minutes or days or months even, but that's the first time you realize, oh my God, the ocean. You're not a drop in the ocean. Your entire ocean in one drop. There's no separation between ocean and wave or ocean and drop. So beautiful. You're so affirmed, assured that you realize this. It is not an achievement of the personal self. No, it's not achievement. It's a realization. It is here and now forever already. It has been here for since the Big Bang. So it's a discovery. It is always here now. It is not achievement. The self does not get enlightenment. The self just like you just see through the things. You can see through the things. That's all. It's very simple in this because it is so simple. It is so hard to. It's like yesterday I talked with a patient. There's something underneath your nose, and you try to find here and there. You spend years to look. Oh, where it is, where it is. It's just below your, underneath your nose. You missed it again and again. You missed every day. You missed it every moment. Hopefully, you're not missing now. It's crazy. It is the most fundamental paradox in the universe. Or I will say it's the most open secret. It's an open secret. And it does not negate the relative world. No. So once you understand you are the entire ocean in one drop, you understand every drop, higher dimension in a much complete, profound understanding. It does not negate the relative world, the forms, names, the person, family, economy, Trump, uh, the tension between European and the Trump U.S. now, and you understand everything, but you have a higher understanding now. You have a different perception too. Anyway, the phenomenal world of diversity continues. The way, like the wave in the ocean, there's infinite waves in the ocean. You still see the forms and names and different people, different culture, different religion. But underneath every people, religion, culture, behavior, thought, emotion, you see that the God presence in everything. You see the Brahman in everything. You see the field in every form. You see the ocean in every wave. You see this. You can feel the silence in every sound. You feel the stillness in every activity. That's it. Now your vision of the life is complete. Like you have the yin and yang in your perception now, and you can see the dynamic S line between yin and yang, and you can see through yin and yang that there's a complete Tao, includes both yin and yang. Wow, so beautiful. And the third, characteristics of realized state. I will copy paste later, maybe. Yeah, it's loss of personal boundaries. Yes, it is. The sense of being content within the skin, the body, that sense dissolves because now your identity, your awareness, in which all the bodies, including your body, all the mind, including your mind, arise. Perception may feel like it is happening from everywhere and nowhere. So beautiful. Perception may feel like it is happening from everywhere and nowhere. Wow, so beautiful. So to talk about the absolute, you can use both affirmative or negative. Affirmation, and the negation. That's all. Both applies to that absolute. Deep peace and silence. Yes. Sometimes I use a metaphor. The diver dive into the water or ocean, like say 100 meters deep, even kilometers deep. So he can sit on the floor of the ocean or lake and watch all the bubbles, all the waves, currents, and ripples on the surface of the ocean or lake arise and appears and disappears. That's it. You can become that pure observer. Observer. There's no separation between observer and observed. Anyway, what I'm saying. You are the diver in which you see all kinds of movements in the lake, in the ocean. You have that deep peace and silence. So once you realize this deep peace and silence, the silence between my words, right? There's always gaps between words or sentences. One more here. Every word is from silence. So there's no difference between silence and sounds. There's no difference between silence and my words. So it's a dynamic oneness now. It's not a still, fixed nothingness. It's a dynamic oneness. Oneness is expressing itself through you, through me, through animals, all kinds of sentient beings, experiencing itself on planet Earth. As a form of planet Earth, we have a lot of sentient beings on planet form. So the 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 true self, the God, is experiencing itself through you and me, through now. And there's a feedback and feed forward. It's a loop of information, energy, understanding, realization. Wow, it's never ending process of this oneness is always ongoing. If you realize this, wow, the whole world, wow. You feel it. The mental chatter that constantly judges, labels, and separates me, this, you, like, this, dislike, falls quiet. It's just a jokes. It's just a plays of your mind, and of your mind, which originates with your backgrounds, with your family, with your culture, with your education. You know, it is your chatter, inner chatter, is not separated from everything you experience as culture, education, background, religion, and so on. It is always one. It's everything is connected. Underlying, revealing an underlying stillness. So I love this. It's like once you discover something so true, you like to talk it. You like to experience it more and more, and there's no boundary. There's no limit after your realization of oneness. The function, the application, the understanding is unlimited. It's so amazing. Yesterday, I had a patient. I made her cry again. you know, when we talk about the self, I mean, could be the individual self. There, we talk about the bigger self, the greater self. All your experience, all your backgrounds, education, your family can fit in this non-self and self context or framework. So the lady I treated yesterday, she was telling her suffering in her families, and I said, I have in my treatment, I always heard a lot of stories, individual stories of sufferings, of happiness, you know, good or bad, I will say, okay, everyone has a certain level of happiness and suffering. So, especially for the one who really suffer a lot, that's a cross over her or him. A cross, like a cross in Christians. But sometimes I say a cross is an illusion. You carried on the cross by yourself. If you carry it on by yourself, you have to put it down by yourself too. So it's a process of self-realization, self-processing, self-cultivating. Uh, no one can solve your problem until you see it through, or you can let go, or you can put it down, because that's the cross you put it on as a job, as a family social, or as a family responsibility, or family duties. Is, I will say, family is the core place where we suffer the most. Family means your partner, husband and wife, your child, your children, and your parents. That's the key opponents of the family. And the second layer is your siblings. The first layer is your dog, parent and the children, or parent children is the core. The first layer. Then siblings, you know, your aunts, your anything, your friends, your colleagues, your students, your teacher. Then it goes on to the whole world, right? So all the sufferings, the core place starts within the family, where you most identify with. That's where the cross starts with. Yeah, that's but in a Buddha's eye, the cross is an illusion. If you can see its emptiness, of the cross, then you are liberated. You are liberated by yourself. Sometimes by the teachings of the preachers in church, or by the Bibles, by the books, by the teachers, by the Heart Sutra, by YouTube video like this. But it is your realization that finally solved the problem. Your understanding of who you are, why you are here. You know. Anyway, personal love and compassion with no separate self to protect. Love becomes unconditional, not an emotion directed by someone or someone, by someone at someone, but the natural radiance of unity itself. All beings are seen as your own self. Wow, that's the another. So you seeing others as you. You see other waves in the ocean is the same ocean that manifests in your wave, in your form. That's it. It's like sometimes I like an apple tree. It's like you are an apple on an apple tree and sees other apple. You can see other apples and connecting to the same tree you are growing from. So you see them as the same tree. Now I'm just awakened apple or human being talking to you. It's crazy. So the love and compassion will arise naturally. It just comes. So, and spacious awareness, thoughts, feelings, and sensations are seen clearly as objects that arise and pass within you. Yes, it's like you are the sky now. You are the sky now. You are the vast sky in which you see all the clouds, you see moons and stars, you see wind passing through, you see the trees, you see lakes, mountains, and you see the societies, buildings, cars, people, dogs, ground, and that's it. You are this spacious awareness in which all the forms and names arise. That's it. You are the vast space that holds them. Yes, awareness and the contents of awareness becomes one. No awareness, no contents of awareness, no space, no objects in the space, right? So space, objects, one. Awareness, contents, awareness, one. Subject, object, one. Observer, and observed, one. Oneness, non-duality, non-dual. And you see it beautifully that the God's presence is in everywhere, in everyone. It's just such a beautiful play. It's a majestic play of the greater intelligence. Like you see, you feel the God presence. The heaven is here. The heaven is here and now. It's crazy. I can. I don't know. Effortless being. Action happens, but it arises spontaneously from intelligence itself, not from the anxieties and desires of a separate ego. There's a sense of being lived. Being lived. Yeah. So beautiful. Being lived. So you are being lived. The God's presence is expressing itself through you, through your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your bodies, your tongue. Is so beautiful. And if you can feel the God presence in each activity, in each action, in each thought, feelings, emotions, then you have a greater sense that you're not alone. You're never being separated. You're always one with God, with Buddha, with Brahman, you know, and Brahman, God, Buddha living themselves through you. You become a channel, you become a tunnel, you become a portal of this finite and infinite, you know, this relative uh, and absolute of these waves and ocean, you know, the small and big, the inner and out. You are the portal. You're dynamic, real time, living portal of space and time, of reality. Pathways. The fourth is the pathways to glimpse and the realization. This cannot be forceful. Sorry, this cannot be forced. The realization cannot be forced, but the ground can be prepared. Like the ground can be cultivated. Self-inquiry, jhana yoga, self-inquiry. Who are you? Like Sri Mahana Marana Maharshi, yes, self-inquiry, asking, who are you? Who am I? Ask yourself, don't ask others. Otherwise, you're you're crazy. You lose your mind. Who am I if you ask others? What is awareness? What is aware of these activities, of these feelings and thoughts? Mm, to trace the sense of I back to its source. Like now, I can feel, I can talk, you can listen, you can observe, you can see, you can listen, you can hear. Who, what is experiencing all this? From sensory objects like sounds, shapes, objects, thoughts to the source, and stay there. Self inquiry. That's one of the pathways to the realization. Also, meditation and mindfulness, cultivating silent, present awareness to see the transient nature of all phenomena and rest as witness. Meditation and mindfulness is a little bit different. Mindfulness is more like you're mindful what you're doing. Like now, I'm mindful of my talking, and you're mindful of listening. Meditation is like you sit quietly doing nothing. Of course, there's a overlaps between meditation and mindfulness. And devotion, yes. Surrender the sense of a separate self entirely to the divine until only the divine remains. Actually, there's only this divinity. There's only Atman here. There's only God here. And God is expressing itself through me, through 8 billion different people, and also a lot of infinite station beings. Devotion, you surrender. You want to put down the importance, the expertise. you know, no matter how great you think you are more than that. So let go let go your identity, of your expertise, of your social roles, back to the creation and creator. Devotion is is very, how to say, powerful tool. If you really 100% devoted to God or to Buddha, it's a very strong force that will push you to, or help you to realize. And presence and the sincerity, a deep, heartfelt yearning for truth. Um, this makes me remind. This remind me my childhood. When I was like, I was say 10 years old, 8 or 9, 10. That I always like at night field that I can see the city slides in a distant way. So I feel so peaceful, and I just like that feeling, a heart yearning for uh, why I'm here. So in the field, you can see the dark night uh, with a star or in the sky, and wow, what's the name? That star, is there any living being in that star, on that star, on the planet? You feel, sometimes when I was young, I felt small. I felt so small. I'm so small. I'm here, and there's something far away from me. Um, and then it's a yearning for why I felt that way. And it's a wondering. It's a wonder of life. It's a curiosity of life too. So you want to explore more. You want to know more. You have yearning for the truth. Anyway, and the pointers from teachers or texts. Words can point the mind toward to its own limit, encouraging it to look beyond itself. It's like an apple is not an apple anymore if you so okay in the realization in the Chinese culture we say 见山是山见水是水. That's the first level of realization. You see mountain as mountain, you see water as water. That's the first level. And second level, 见山不是山见水不是水. So you see mountain is not mountain, you see water is not. That's the second level of realization. Then there's third level. 你见山还是山，见水还是水. So you see mountains still as mountains. You see water still as water. So anyway, because you can see through mountains now, that's all. You can see the truth underneath every mountain's water forms names. You see oneness. You see, when I say see, you realize it's not only an object to see. That I can see this phone, but I know this phone is not just a phone. It is still a phone. Okay. A lot of factors, how to say, makes this phone come true or come existing. Like the manufacturer, the material, the design, the salesman, the software, hardware, and so on. In 10 years, in 20 years, this phone may be break, right? So or disintegrated is not a phone anymore. So it's a temporary presence of all factors all in one in this moment. It is so precious, just like you. I mean, you are more precious because you can understand yourself preciousness. That's more profound. There's a loop of awareness now. Um, anyway, words like realization or oneness are the pointers, and you have to realize it through the words, by the words. And sudden grace, sometimes it happens spontaneous without any apparent practice. Sudden grace. You feel the magical play of God. You feel the wonderful manifestation or presence of Mother Nature. You know, the greater intelligence on planet Earth is so beautiful. The tree, the birds, the ocean, the mountain. It's amazing. You feel the grace in every form and name. You know, every form and name, especially human being, is so precious. And the fifth is the integration, life after the shift. The initial awakening may be a temporary peak experience. The path then becomes the lifelong integration of the understanding of the ocean into every moment, into every wave and form, you know, and name, making the relative life, the play of waves, a harmonious expression of absolute understanding, the ocean. That's it. The life is the portal between the finite and infinite, between the wave and ocean, between the relative and absolute, between the forms and space, or objects and space. A crucial point. Language inevitably fails. Yes, it's so limited. Oneness, just ONENESS, just a seven letters. Actually, this oneness is so powerful than the word itself, for sure, right? So all descriptions like one or consciousness or unity or non-duality are merely pointers. They are fingers pointing the moon. They're not the moon itself. The realization is beyond the conceptual mind that uses the words. But as a human being, we must admit that language is so beautiful. If you're dogs and cats, you just can look at each other and you cannot talk about the whole universe at all. You may experience the universe, but if you want to discover the infinite applications or the functions of this intelligence, then words is very, very powerful. So don't neglect the power of words too. Otherwise, we cannot talk in this way. I cannot express my feelings and emotions, my realizations. Ultimately, the realization of a non-duality is the end of seeking. I love this. So we seek for health, wealth, happiness, and achievements. You know, if you realize the non-duality or oneness, your seeking will end. It does not mean that you're not wealthy, you're not healthy, you're not happy anymore. No. Once you stop the, how to say, unclear thinking, once you can see the total picture with absolute clarity, all your seekings may come faster and realize in front of you, you know. I know it's so paradoxical because you recognize that what you have been seeking is already and has already been what you are. So life is about discovery, is a discovery to this absolute. It is not something new, but ceasing to identity to sorry, but ceasing to identify with the illusion of being a separate fragment. It is coming home. Oh, okay, that's the end. So, it's crazy. Hi, Tim from Taro. You're rebranding your channel. Nice. How's it called? Sweater Taro. How are you? So I spend like how many minutes? Almost 50 minutes to talk about this realization of oneness. And I Google, no, I not Google, I deep seek it, and it is come to show in front of my screen such a beautiful description of the oneness and the non-duality, and also it improves my English. It's a better organization of the description, right, from different perceptions or different structures. The core inside is not separation, and what it is not, and what it is, and characteristics of the realized state. Beautiful. Your side, your deep peace. You have that sense of deep seek and deep peace and silence. Your personal boundaries, you lose that personal boundaries. Actually, you don't have a personal boundaries anymore. This is so beautiful. But you still see your body and mind, but your awareness is unbound. You have more personal love and compassion, impersonal, sorry. So your love, compassion arise from that greater intelligence. You have that sense of spacious awareness. You're not object in space, you're space in which all objects arise and falls. You become an effortless being, effortless. It matches the Tao, right? Non-doing, effortless living, you know. And also it tells you, this deep seek tells you how to realize the oneness through self-inquiry, so through meditation and mindfulness, through devotion, through presence and sincerity. You have that yearning for truth, you know, like your yearning for truth is much greater than the yearning for money. That's me. No. Anyway, there's no conflict. You know, the yearning for truth actually paves the way that you will be rich and wealthy in the future. Anyway, with the physical money or no, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't affect your state of living. And pointers of teachers and texts like me, like any YouTube teachers, books are very helpful. And the Southern Grace, you 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 realize your divinity, your Buddha nature, your light within. You feel you're so great. You're graceful. You're great. You have this integration of the understanding with activity, with everyday life. You become a portal between the relative and absolute, a dynamic living portal or living Buddha. Any experience or sharings? Any questions? Wow, the information is like pouring. It's like some sometimes it rains so big, the the rain pour down, right? The rain pours down. I felt like the past 50 minutes are pouring. The information are pouring to me. Happy new moon. Nice. It's a Capricorn new moon right now. Great new moon. Thank you, Latali. Thank you for your sharing. Very inspiring. Thank you for listening too. Yeah, we are on the same path. I'm watching between I and self, and when I'm in Jane I amness, when I am in I amness, it's just quiet. This stillness is not ready to talk yet. Nice. Mm, yeah, I felt sometimes I don't want to talk at all, and sometimes it just comes very strong. I mean, the words. That's the that's the manifestation. I've always said stillness and silence are the main characteristic of the true self. And on top of these two characteristics, silence and stillness, everything could be possible. Anything is possible. There is unlimited source of energy information waiting for you to discover. It's like if you look, look at the whole history of evolution of science and technology. Human, you know, like Einstein or Mark Planck or Newton, any greatest scientists, they're just discovering something. And this discovery will continue, and there's no boundary at all in the future. We just discover new more and more, and it is this same principle too. Especially once you are awakened, you can tap into the field of intelligence, of energy, of information, of love, of oneness, of again silence, stillness, mm, stability, power, luminosity, purity, connectivity. There are so many waiting for you to discover after awakening. There's no time bound. There's no time limitation anymore. I have a question about words. Eckhart Tolle have suggested to change emptiness with spaciousness. Any thought? Yes, I agree with him. Emptiness is kind of a negation, you know. Spaciousness has less, how to say, religious content. Spaciousness is more like neutral. Emptiness, if someone stick to, attached to emptiness, he can be, very, how to say, lazy, no responsibility for others anymore. So it could be a trap. Emptiness could be a trap you can fall into. But if you truly understand emptiness meaning, then it's fine. Do you follow? So if you look at the Nagarjuna, you know, Madhyamaka, yes, the Nagarjuna is the founder of the Madhyamaka school. Just give me a sec. I want to make it correct. Madhyamaka, yes, the middle way. Anyway, so I can copy paste this. Oh, it's too long. I cannot copy paste here. You can. I will put the keywords here. Oh, so long. So if you if you have complete understanding of Buddha's teaching, then you have a better understanding of emptiness, then it's fine. But for someone who never studied Buddhism or have little understanding of Buddhism, emptiness can be very negative. So Nagarjuna gave a very good description of the emptiness. Nagarjuna is a pivotal, was a pivotal Indian Mahayana Buddhist philosopher, founder of the Madhyamaka, the middle way school, renowned for his concept sunyata. Yes, sunyata in Sanskrit, emptiness, as articulated in his MMK or Mulan Adhyamaka Karika, MMK, challenging inherent existence and emphasizing independent origination, significantly influencing East Asian Buddhism and Indian philosophical debates for centuries by deconstructing fixed essences and the substance. So that's the one of the reason I love Buddhism, because there's a lot of contributors, there's a lot of teachers that make the Buddha's teaching complete. Nagarjuna is one of them, the middle way or Madhyamaka school. So basically, sunyata or emptiness has a close relationship with independent origination, that connectivity, a inherent existence, so non-self. Anyway, it needs your mental understanding, but better you realize it. You know it directly. You don't know. You don't need the mental translation anymore. But at the beginning, you needed the mental translation. Mental like translation, like words, right? Like depending originations and emptiness. These words are helpful, but eventually you just realize it. You don't need text or you don't need words anymore. So emptiness has a much deep meaning. For someone who cannot handle it, spaciousness is better. That's why Eckhart Tolle say spaciousness is better. Spaciousness means the vastness of sky, right? Of space, of you actually. So you are spacious. You a cup can hold things. So this tin cup can hold things because it is empty. That's one understanding. You cannot hold, if I pour tea into this cup, let's say cup, you need to pour it down or empty it to hold milk or orange juice. That's one meaning of emptiness. But emptiness is also refers to dependent origination. That an apple cannot without sunlight, earth, worms, minerals, wind, water, air, and so on. So it's an all-in-one process as an apple tree. That's the emptiness. So apple does not a true self. An apple tree has no true self, like no true self, because it is depending on other factors like sunlight, minerals, earth, water, and so on. and so does you. You are empty. So that's the true meaning of emptiness. Or in modern words, we say connectivity. Nothing can exist solely without other things. All in one, one in all. It's more like all in one. Like my body is a connection of food, water, and the body is empty because it has no true self. It relies on other things, and it's a dynamic change of information, energy, food. It's never still. It's always moving, changing, rising, appearing, and disappearing. Valley, yes. To empty means you can let go. Actually, you can let go any concepts, any feelings, any identity. Even you can let go your body and mind. That's the last piece you have to let go, the body. Don't wait until you die, okay? You can let go now. Then you have no fear of death. And you solve the greatest problem. I mean, you solve the greatest fear in the world, death. Death affects you no more. You see how powerful the wisdom is. What is real can never die. What is unreal dies. That's it. Okay, if no more questions, that's the end of the day. Oneness, non-duality. Thank you for your effort. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Bye now. Thank you. See you next time.